Hi everybody, welcome back to Tomb Raider 3. So unfortunately I'm going to have to slow down some of my Tomb Raider 3 uploads simply because I don't have so much time to actually practice them, so I'm getting a little behind and I'm getting a little stressed out. So you'll have to forgive me, they won't be as constant as they have been. But anyway, our next location chosen by you is London. And the whole time London was always up by one vote, no matter how many votes there actually were. So first we will start off in Thames Wharf. Let me load up my game. Come on. So also you'll have to try and bear with me with the darkness because it's PlayStation. And it's London as well, so I'll do my best to make it not so dark. Okay, off to jolly old London town. Okay, so our main objective is to get into the cathedral over there, but we've got a lot of running around on the rooftops to do first. So these London levels are the most long-winded and confusing of the whole game. There's lots of backtracking involved. So first thing I will do is grab a secret. So just sidestep here and we're going to hop over this rooftop. So you see this blue mark above Lara's head? So if I look downwards, you can see there's quite a bit of blue, but on the horizon, it's kind of like the middle blue, the more middle bit. So do a running jump and kind of veer to the right. If you clip that rooftop, you'll actually take a bit more damage there. It's kind of weird because you'd think it would like soften Lara's fall a bit. I don't know. But I've just picked up shotgun shells and a save crystal. So now we're going to hop up here. We can't just hop up just to the right just here because that's a slope. So straight up. Okay, so this is a quite out of the way secret. It's very sneaky. So next we're going to hop to the next roof, which is sloped. So be sure you can grab that so you do not fall down to your death. Okay, and down. Whoopsie. Okay, it's fine. Down again. And down this way this time. And now here, just do a forward jump, but grab in the air so that you avoid that barbed wire. Remember, barbed wire is just like spikes. So let me now make sure I have a sensible weapon, because there's some rats inside. Okie dokie. Secret 1, we have a rocket and a small medpack. So now we can just return back the way we came, so be careful of the barbed wire. So you can walk through barbed wire, that's fine, do not run through barbed wire. And now to climb up here, you do need to take a bit of damage, just jump straight up. And that damage is unavoidable. So we're going to head back the way we came now. So once I'm on the ladder, I'll actually have to jump to the crane though, and then jump back across. Oh, she's doing the thing. Okay, like when she's too close into a corner, like specifically on the PlayStation, she doesn't like to move. But anyway, to the crane. And actually from here you can take a shortcut to the end. I don't know how to execute it, I've never tried, but you can look that up if you like. I won't be doing it, never have, just wanted to enjoy the game. Now a running jump to here. And to here. And we're back. Okay, so now we need to jump up here again, just to be able to get back over this first rooftop. So you need to do a running jump and aim a little further than this first tile space because you can potentially slide down and die. Okay, so now let's head on down. So there's a few ways to do this. So I like to hang from the ledge. Some people stand all the way forward and just do a backflip, but I like to hang from here, and then because this roof below is sloped, I would drop straight down and jump immediately. So I've spawned a crow as well. Is it gone? I don't know, whatever. Okay. Okay, and to the left of me there is a lever. So down below to Lara's right there is a green hatch. So the lever will raise that hatch. That's what we will need to do. We need to get down to that section. One way is to use the monkey bars above me here and make your way over that railing and use the zip line. But the tile over the railing spawns a guard with a gun down there. So that's one reason I'm not going to be using the zip line. So if you do use the zip line, you'll let go onto the sloped roof and you'll need to grab the edge and then let go and grab a gap in the ledge and then shimmy to the green hatch and climb on up. So just be sure you pull this lever to raise the hatch. So the route I will be taking, I'm going to running jump across to that smudge on the tile. You can see across there, that is a small Medpack. So I am going to run across to there. It's a big leap, but Lara just makes it. Okay, and now just slide down and grab and let go and grab. So the guard would be here if you did not, if you did spawn him. So this level specifically, we will need to sort of, you know, set ourselves up for a new location in this level and then find that location. So right now I'm finding a key that we have no idea where we're going to use it. So now be careful in front of you because there's a breakaway tile. So what I like to do is just hop on it and hop straight off just to get rid of it so there's no accidents. And now we're going to do a running jump over to the other side. And because the ceiling is low, you will definitely need to grab. That got a bit tense. I raised my voice, I'm sorry. I was nervous. Okay, so around the corner there's some more rats. Okay, and then there will be a guy with a gun. So I like to use my rocket launcher, just cuz. So sometimes these guys take 3 shots, sometimes it's 2. Depends how close they are. So around this next corner. So hop back so he doesn't get you. Oh no. Oh, I think I wasted a shot. It got crazy. Okay, it's fine. But he drops the key we need. The Flue Room Key. Here it is. Yeah, he spotted me sooner than I thought. Okay, so now we have that, we can make our way back across, but there is a hatch just to Lara's right across the way, so we need to drop that in order to climb back through there. And that is easy peasy. So just drop here, and drop again, but grab this next ledge. And here is the button that will drop that hatch. Nice. So you can easily get to that, just do a standing jump from the corner behind where I'm standing. So just from the very corner, that's the best way to do things. So standing jump and just grab the edge just there. But before I do that, I'm actually just gonna go looking for some items. I'm gonna get all the items in the area. So we do have some harpoons. We don't really need them until the one moment in the game where you do, and then you get upset that you haven't got any harpoons. Why, oh why, did I ignore all the harpoons? So that's in Lud's Gate, I believe. There's a section where the harpoons are pretty handy. Okay, so there's a crystal down in that gap. Pretty dark. I'm used to just going into autopilot, I'm sorry. Okay, so we got some flares. And on the breakaway tile, there's actually a Medpack. So that's pretty well hidden on the tile. And that's it for down in this area. So to get back up, there's actually a hatch at the top. So we want to push the button before we start climbing. That will open the hatch at the top of this ladder. So that's pretty annoying if you get to the top and realise you haven't pushed the button and you have to climb back down to climb back up again. Okie dokie. So now we can just grab this gap in the ledge, do a standing jump with a grab, easy peasy. So it's when you're on the last tile space you can actually drop down. So you won't take damage. It looks like it's a long way down, but it's actually not. Here we go. And then just hop straight back up. So we can't hop up unless the hatch is open. So now from here we want to head to the, drop down to the balcony below. So one way is just hopping back from here with a fake grab from this position. The intended way, without the fake grab, is actually pull this lever to remove the green hatch. And there will be a crow, so let me get my pistols. I know I've got my grenade launcher selected, so hop straight down like so. And this crow kind of does give you a bit of hassle. But just be careful with your rolls. You don't want to roll down. So look at the shadows on the ground as well, in case the crow is right above you and you don't realise. You can see its shadow. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set myself up so I can use the key. So you see above me there's some crawl spaces. So firstly I'm gonna grab a secret, so we can grab this and then shimmy along an invisible gap in the ledge. So there's a sneaky gap we can shimmy along. So this first gap is not the secret. Okay. And if you keep going to the right, the second gap is the secret. Okay, we got some shotgun shells. And if you do not have the shotgun, this will be the shotgun. I think this is the only weapon pickup in this level. Unless I've not done my research. So apologies if I don't point out any new weapon pickups. So yeah, fun fact. London was founded back in Roman times. And the land was originally called Londinium. Okay, so now I'm going to crawl through this second gap. You can get to the first gap if you stand in the corner and just do a standing jump with a grab, but you may as well use the 100% safer route, because there's always a chance you're going to miss. You've not angled yourself correctly. So this loops around. And just follow the passage. Okay. So yeah, you do not want to fall down, because yeah, you will die in this alleyway. So let me point out these green ropes that are above me. So what we're going to do, if I now press this button, that's opened up access to another button. So that button will actually raise, this is scaffolding by the way, the green ropes is scaffolding. So once we find that button, the scaffolding will raise, allowing us to reach the gap high up there in the wall, and that is where we will use the Flue Room Key. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to head to the button we've just opened up. So do be careful, as I've said. It's very easy to not be careful. So yeah, just head back the way you came through the crawl space. Ooh. There you go, you kind of just made it. Okay, so now we actually want to head back up to the starting point, but because of this railing that goes across, we can't just jump straight there. We actually have to hop back down to then climb back up again. So we're gonna hop down to here. There is a guard down below with a gun. So pick a good weapon. I've had fails and success with the shotgun and also with the MP5. Best weapon is probably the Desert Eagle to take him out quickly, but I am gonna refuse. So take your pick. It depends how quickly he sees you. I'm gonna risk the shotgun actually. So just hop and you can grab this. No, he died. Jesus. Okay, that was not successful. That seemed to take more shots than I thought. And yeah, that happened again last time. So that seems like 5 shots. 4 or 5, depending on how far away you are. Usually it's been 3 in the past for me. And I've not taken any hits from him. So just down in this gap, we've got some flares and a crystal. So there's actually quite a lot of crystals in this level. So that's very helpful, that's very kind. So before we start climbing, there's also some Uzi clips. Okay, now we can start climbing. So the jumps are pretty simple enough. You can see where you're heading to. Okay, so now to this ladder. Okay, and here we are back at the start. So again, I will hop down just as I did before. So what I do is just, when I let go, I immediately jump. That's just my way of doing it. Okay, and from here I'm heading back to the same spot where the Medpack was. And you may have noticed there's this gap in the ledge, so this is pretty sneaky. You probably didn't notice. If you didn't notice, that's okay. So just shimmy all the way along and drop down at the end. Okay, so you don't have to drop down, just climb up actually. Okay, so here there's actually 2 paths. So this higher path is not very obvious you can go up there at all. It's surprisingly well hidden, in my opinion. But firstly, we're going to go through here. So the upper path is for later, the higher path. Okay. So let me point out, there's the green cables there. That's the scaffolding, the yellow thing. And so this is the other side of the alley. We're in the same alley. So now I'm going to push the button. Let me grab pistols because there'll be a crow. May as well have them out. Okay. So yeah, hop that gap, kill the crow, jump up here, grab a Medpack that we won't be needing, and then here's the button that we uncovered. And that's moved the scaffolding. So one thing that makes it tricky to understand what's going on is that you don't see what's going on once you've pressed buttons. So you have no idea that the scaffolding actually moved, but we can see now it's higher and we can reach the opening in the wall. So from here, ideally, you just want to hop back and then jump to the scaffolding, but that takes a little more health off you. So doing it the way I'm going to do it, probably a little risky, but you don't get health taken off you. So walk up to the wall, be sure you are all the way to the edge as well, and just do a standing jump. So you want to be sort of angled so you can jump past the wall. You don't want to jump into the wall, and then just curve around to the right. And there will be another crow. I got it. Okay, that one can be pretty pesky. Okay, and then to here. That was kind of a dumb jump. Okay, and this is where we use the Flue Room Key. Okay, come on in. Now we've got a crystal at the end. And we've got a button here. So we have been shown something. So that something was actually, there was a flame there. So we've turned off the flame, but unfortunately, we've activated the flames here. So where I've turned off the flames, that's where I'm heading to next. So you can see there's a lot of setting yourself up for areas we will visit next kind of thing. So you're better off jumping across the flames, because jumping is a little quicker than running. Okay, hop to the scaffolding. And from here, I'm going back through the crawl space. So you want to hop down here. Well, that was the crow bleeding out. Did you see that? Okay, down to here. And this is where we press the button to uncover the other button. Okay, and back through the crawl space. So now, I'll just speed this up because we're heading straight back to the starting point yet again. Okay, and we are back. So down again. Down we go. Okay, again I am hopping over to where we picked up the Medpack. Okay. I'm gonna use the shimmy gap again, all the way to the right hand side. And this time I will go to the higher path. Okay, so you don't want to dawdle this time coming by, because the lower path where we went before, there is now a guard with a gun. So just quickly run by. Okay, so be careful around the corner. We've got a hole. And down the hole this is what we were shown. This was where the fire was. So before I hop straight on down, we can grab another secret. So just hop to here. So these shotgun shells are not the secret. Okay, so just slide to this side. And this is the secret. It is a rocket. Okay, so just hop forward. And now, just you want to grab the edge here. And then drop down, you'll take a little bit of damage. And slide on down. So it's pretty irrelevant for me to point out, but just so you can get your bearings, this is the alley again with the scaffolding. But that's pretty irrelevant, so just up here, grab in the air, whoops, so that you don't bang your head. Okay, I thought there were rats, maybe not yet. Don't waste flares. Okay, so there is a Medpack. And I guess it's down here that the rats are. Yeah, there they are. Okay. I can't see. Okay, there we go. So now we are in the... Oh, there's a guy with a gun. I didn't realise he was there immediately. I thought it was after I pushed the button. Okay, whoops. He's not seeing me. So yeah, he's another one that will get a last shot off on you, but these guards have lower health than the ones that wear the darker clothes. Okay, so let me point out there is a covered button to the right and to the left, and there is this switch here that we can press straight away. So this is the Thames Flood Barrier Water Level Room. So here we've got 2 rooms. There's actually a 3rd room as well. So the first room, first water room, is half full of water. You might say it's half empty. It's up to you. The second room currently is empty, and there is a 3rd room that can only be accessed through the 2nd room. So we need to raise the water level in order to reach room 3. So right now I will raise the water level. We do not yet need to go to room 3. But we do need to raise the water level. So pull that switch. That's what the switch does. So our first goal is there is an underwater hatch in the first room. So we need to open the hatch. So ignore the first room for now. Run along to the 2nd room. Okay, and down in the water we've got a couple of items. I actually didn't show you. There's the entrance to room 3 right up there. But we're not going there just yet. Okay, so Uzi clips plus Medpack. I don't know, I wasn't looking. Probably Harpoons. Okay, so this underwater lever will open up the hatch. Nice, so now let's head straight there. So, as I've said before, if you do ever need to know what I've picked up, simply because it doesn't show it in the bottom right hand corner in this game, if you would like to know what I've picked up, always check the description, because I always point out what is there in the description. Okay, so in room 1, the water level is currently full. It needs to be lower, because through the hatch there's some fans in the water. And they're going too quick at the moment, they're spinning too fast, and they will splice Lara into pieces. She will die. So pull the switch again to lower the water level. Okay, now head to the hatch. So the hatch is right here. So they can be tricky to get by. But now they have slowed down and you will not take any kind of damage from them. So they kind of do just stop you getting by. But you don't take damage. It's fine. Okay, so when you surface you want to climb out, but you'll probably want to ignore the flat tile at the lowest spot because that tile spawns a guy with a gun. So opt for the sloped tile. And you will avoid him, so he will be at the end, or at least he'll spawn behind you once he's activated. So we've got a couple of rats I'm going to deal with. Where's the other one? Okay. So grab the shotgun shells and then head through the crawl space where I just killed the rats. Because they can get you while you're trying to pick up the shotgun shells. That's the only reason, really, for killing them first. We have a Medpack. Okay, and then we've got a bit of a challenge in this room ahead. Okay, and this is going to be where I save my game for the first time. Okay. So we've just been shown an electrical panel, which is on the right hand side there. And there's also this electrical sweeper thing. I have no idea what this is. But if you go near that, that will instantly kill you. You will be electrocuted. So the goal is to guide that to the electrical panel. We want to make it go into the electrical panel to break things. So you can stand where I'm standing to avoid damage from this sweeper thing. And take note, it always turns left. That's one thing to be aware of. And where it's just come out of in that gap, there's a cage, a block cage, to help us put the box where we want it to be. So first let me turn on the lights because it's dark down in here. So look for this crystal. And here's the button that will turn on the lights. Okay, let me just make sure I know where it is. I just want to be sure, okay? Oh, it's coming, okay. So I'll wait for it to pass by the block, and then I'll pull out the block. So as far as I am aware, as far as I have experienced, you can be holding the block, and you can be standing on the block and not take damage, but some people have said that it's killed them. So maybe it depends on the hitbox. Don't stand so close. Like if you're standing on the block. But I myself have not been killed holding onto the block. So while I'm pushing this, I will splice in some fun facts, because I can't concentrate. I tried, but I can't. So the Thames barrier, which controls floodwater levels, was built from 1974 to 1984 to minimise chances of severe flooding into the River Thames. London was built on marshland, and also the river leads closer to the ocean than you'd think. It's got quite a wide estuary mouth. These are two reasons why London is prone to flooding, or at least it used to be before the barrier. Okay. So Lara stopped behaving there. That's why it looked like I was just doing everything wrong. It was Lara's fault, not mine. so the block needs to be either here or on this spot right here to manipulate that electrical thing into the wall panel. So that has changed something up in the button room, and this hatch at the top of this ladder has opened so that we can get there. It's a shortcut. Okay, we are back in the Thames barrier room, and... okay, not yet. This is where I was getting mixed up. I thought there would be a guard now, whereas that was earlier. So it's once you press this button we have just uncovered, then there will be a guard. So push the button, and I want my shotgun. So yeah, 2 or 3 shots with those guys. Okay, so what that has done it has filled the room for filled room 3, or at least it's opened the door. It's let us gain access. So don't forget we lowered the water level. So again we want to raise it. So don't forget to pull this lever. And be careful now because there is now a hole in the floor. You don't want to fall back down. Okay, so we're moving on to room 3. So don't forget you have to go through room 2 to get to room 3. So forgive me for not remembering what that button does that I pressed. It either fills room 3 or it opens the door into room 3. So this would have been blocked off as well at some point. Okay, so next task, we want to open an underwater hatch. You can't see it very well, but it's towards the right hand side. It's sort of some lights at the bottom of the water, so it's near that. And we want to get into the next room there. There is a guy with a gun in the room, and to get into the room, just hop in the water. So they don't like you being in room 3. My goodness, get out of the water. But there's a guy with a gun. Where? Oh! Pesky guy. Okay. So, we're gonna open the hatch now. So, let me point out on the left, that looks like a hatch, but that is not a hatch. It doesn't do anything, it's just for decorative purposes only. Okay, so the hatch is open, and we've uncovered another button as well. But be careful when you come back out, because the water level has been drained. So to get back to room 2, we have to do some climbing. So if you look around, they're not easy to spot, but we've got some monkey bars on the ceiling. So to grab them, be all the way at the wall. I think it's just easier to grab at the wall. Okay, and we're gonna use the monkey bars to get back into room 2. And there's also some rats, so get ready to drop and grab your pistols. And there's always one, that pesky one runs into the wall. He's running away. Okay, got him. Right, so there's a crawl space just here. It's kind of dark, so I apologise if you've not seen what I'm doing throughout. So it's tricky to show you London on the PlayStation. Okay, and there is a crystal and another Medpack. So just be careful you don't run past it. So you can go down the hole. That's fine, that leads straight back to room 2. Okay, so this is room 2. So there'll be another guy with a gun once I climb out, so I'll grab my shotgun, get that ready. Hey. Oh. Okay, I'm having bad luck with these guys. Okay, so now we want to get back to room 3, so we need to refill that. So we need to push this button. So I guess this button refills it, and this button here opens the door to room 3. So I think that's what stopped you going to room 3 in the first place. Okay, so back we go, back to room 3, even though we were kind of already there. But some poohead drained the water. Okay. So down we go into the hatch. So yeah, the main goal of that whole area was just to open the hatch in room 3. Kinda long-winded, but hey, it was fun. Okay, so I just picked up some harpoons in the corner there. And this isn't a long passage, so don't be worrying about the breath. Okay, and just swim up for some air. So we're in this really pretty room now. This is awesome. So before I climb out, there are just a couple of items down in the water. So shotgun shells. And a Medpack? I don't know. I'll look it up later when I write in the description. But we've got stuff and things. Okay, so just here is where I want to climb out, and there's a guy with an even bigger gun than the previous guys in the flood barrier water level area. So I'm gonna have my Desert Eagle do my dirty work. Oh. Whoops. Well, my aim was to get out of his path, his laser sight's path, but I fell in the water. Okay, so he drops a Medpack, and you just spotted around the corner there is a crystal. Okay, so now we're going to climb the ladder, so do be careful because there is a hole at the bottom filled with barbed wire, so don't fall down that. As I was rolling during my practice to avoid the guard, I rolled into the gap. And I died. Okay, so we can see the crane again now. This is the same crane from the start of the level. So you just walk through the barbed wire. And we can jump to here. So that damage is unavoidable. And we're close now, we're getting close. So we can see that we're actually right here to begin with. But we couldn't really access here very well. So now do a running jump. Has to be a running jump. Trust me on that one. And walk through the barbed wire. Okay, hop to here. We are close, very close. Lara Croft. Okay, so before I go into that area, I will first grab some Desert Eagle ammo, because the Desert Eagle is the most important. So you can only hop down here in this space. This is the only space without a barbed wire. Okay, so now there's a couple more guys with guns. I'm gonna hang on to my Desert Eagle. And I can never remember which way they come from, so this might get crazy. They duped me last time. Oh. Okay, they were pretty sneaky again that time, but I was ready. I know what they did to me before. They both came out of nowhere, when previously I was looking around and around. Okay, so first things first, we can grab an item, just a Medpack in this room, and a secret. So we'll need this block. So you can tell this is a completely different colour to everything else. And this can only be pulled out from one side. You can tell which side because it is the flatter tiles. So the secret's pretty interesting as well. It's the only secret that is not just a pickup. It's actually the cathedral key. The reasoning is there's no actual mention of this, you know, from the devs. That there was a cathedral level that got cut from the game that should have been after this. Because see, we're in the cathedral now, but the next level is not the cathedral. So jump over here. So I did pick up the Medpack, but jump over for the cathedral key. So this would be how you access the next level, being the cathedral. So this is now the secret. So the next level is not the cathedral. It got cut from the game, but there is a stripped down version that is the playable bonus level. So there's all a bit of mystery about it. There's no official explanations. Okay, and also we've got another secret to find as well. So look at that. That's the starting point. We started all the way over there on them rooftops. And we've had all these shenanigans just to get over here, just to cross the road. Lara can't do anything the easy way. Okay, so down here is our last secret of the level. And it's just a Medpack. So once you have everything, you can end the level. Gotta be sure you've got everything before you cross the threshold. Okay, so just past these railings is the end of the level, so once you are confident you are finished, you can get out of here.
Working for?
What?
You heard me.
I didn't, honest. What did you say?
I said, who employs you?
Ah! Miss Sophia Lee!
Who's she? What does she do?
I don't know. Really, I don't. I just shoot people for her.
A commendable work ethic, I guess.
Yeah, I put my hours into it. As my father did and his father did her for.
Well, how old is this Miss Lee?
I don't know. Late 20s? Early 30s?
Right.
Yeah. For some people, like yourself, we get a special bonus.
I'm flattered.
I mean, I could even be retiring from you.
Then you might like to mind the bell. Happy retirement.
Okie dokie, we have done, and we have done it in less than an hour. I'm impressed with myself. So, you noticed we slid into the cathedral, but that's not what the next level is going to be. So, I will see you in Aldwych. So thank you for watching. Take it easy, guys and girls.